Hello everyone, this is Niuniu. In this beautiful winter, let's enjoy the 2022 Winter Games together. Yes, we are doing a brand new live stream. You might are just watching us from CRI Learn Chinese Facebook page, YouTube channel, and 英语环球广播微博. These are our usual platforms. If you follow us or if you have been following us these days, you would smart as you must have already realized that we are doing a Winter Games special. This is going to be a very special period of time where when we started to explore all the different winter sports, enjoy the beauty of ice and snow, and have a very romantic white encounter. As you can see right now, I'm sitting in a tiny little setting environment showcasing snow mountains. It's not just a snow-capped mountain, but real snow-covered mountains, and also a little resort. You might see this scene in different places in the world during winter time, where you wear a lot of clothes, make sure you're warm and cozy, and go enjoy these snow resorts. And yes, you might also be wearing something like this. I'm not really sure if it's a lady or a gentleman, but this person got the full gear on, and this person is standing on a snowboard. In Chinese, we say 雪板 or 滑雪板, and more precisely, it is a 单板, single board, 单板, because yes, it is the theme of today's live stream. Today, we are going to explore the history behind snowboarding, the development, how come it's so popular among especially Gen Zer, and also what are some fun, exciting points that draw lots and lots of young people, and not only young people, people around the world to join this interesting sport. We are going to the very exclusive snowboarding culture-related exhibition here in Beijing. As always, if you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment area. If you have any comments, anything you'd like to say to me, leave them in the comment area so I would be able to interact with you directly. And if you like the show, please like and comment and share as much as possible so that we know you like it, and so more people would be able to see us in all these different platforms. So before jumping into the very exciting exhibition, allow me to say hi to some of you guys already. We have Nazrul saying congrats, thank you for your comment, and Hossein saying hello to you too. Hello to Farag, thank you guys so much for joining in this very first minute. I see you well, I don't see your faces, but I see your names, and I'm super excited already. And hello to our friend Beauty Life, nice name, very impressed, and I agree that sometimes if we have the mentality, we would be able to enjoy a beautiful life. And we have Shamim saying 你的笑脸总是很漂亮. Thank you very much, and that is very proper Chinese, so thank you for leaving that comment. Today we're talking about snowboarding, so first and foremost, you guys should let me know whether or not you have had your snowboarding experience, because for me, before this winter, this beautiful Olympic-related winter, I didn't even know the difference between snowboarding and skiing. Now I know in Chinese, the differentiating point would be the equipment. So snowboarding, we call it 单板. 单板滑雪 in Chinese. Like I said, 单 means single, and 板 is a board. So it's a single board gliding on slippery snow. So that would be 单板滑雪, 滑 slippery or slide, and 雪 would be snow. So 单板滑雪, 单 single, 板 board, 滑 glide, and 雪 snow. Whereas skiing in Chinese would be 双板滑雪, 双板 would be double board because you have a pair of skis. That is the differentiating point in my opinion. And today we are going to know or get to know much more in the realm of snowboarding, because here is the exclusive exhibition and we are about to really have a lot of fun and gain a lot of knowledge. And in order to give you guys more information, I've got a special guest here with me. Hi, ni hao. Hello, very happy to have you here. Would you please introduce yourself to our audience a little bit?
Hi, everybody. I'm your tour guy.
You're a specialist, our specialist today. How can I address you?
I don't know, Burn tour guy, I guess.
Okay, so Jason is a little bit shy here. I think I'm going to call you Jason because 大天儿 is just making me want to speak Chinese. And though our audience are able to do that actually, but not to the level that we can discuss snowboarding, discuss the splendid history in Chinese. So let's speak English for this live stream. And Jason here is going to be, yes, our tour guide, a specialist, telling us all about snowboarding. And as we can see, we have this name here, 浴雪之境. So we ride together. I really like this title. What's the story behind the naming of it?
Actually, we ride together is more like our slogan for now, right? Because we just want everybody to get outside and
to ride
to ride together on the mountain.
Yeah, so in Chinese, 御 is the word ride, but I think it carries also the meaning of being the master of something. You are the master of your snowboard, you are the master of your skills, and you're able to not only be able to, you know, do snowboarding tricks, but also enjoying it, like you own it, right? So 浴雪之境, that is a little bit complicated Chinese character, but I do believe it is very appropriate here in this scenario. So 浴雪之境.
Actually, the explanation is I think it's really good.
Thank you. I think the idea here is that one, we are doing snowboarding, doing this sport. See, I'm just not good with sports jargons, but I understand that when you are snowboarding, there are different styles. In Chinese, we say different 风格. Yeah, there are different skills, there are different tricks you can do, but the essence of it, the bottom line is you're enjoying it. You're having fun. And having fun is super important. And in order to have fun, first and foremost, let's talk a little bit about the sport itself. So we know that in the 2022 Olympic Games, there is this sport, or actually it's discipline. Snowboarding is a discipline. So in Chinese we say 分项. It falls into the category, into the sport of skiing. And snowboarding is one of the, I think, one of the major disciplines here. And there are 5 events. So events would be, I think, including, for example, big air. There's also and also I think board cross. Yeah,
board cross, and also the slalom.
So what are these things? What's if you have 1 or 2 sentences to introduce all these different disciplines, what would you say?
Yeah, actually for like big air or slope style, it's more like a freestyle riding. So you just ride in a snowboard park, and in the park you got like rails, you got tube, you got pipes, and probably kicks. So you can just do the tricks on the park. Yeah, and for the half pipe is like a half tilt.
Yeah, the half pipe in Chinese would be 悠行. 悠行赛道. 悠行. So U is the English letter U, and you're calling it half pipe. So yeah, you understand what we're talking about here. That's the shape of the track. So if I say, in my opinion, because I am no expert, as you know, I'm no expert in sports, but my understanding is snowboarding is about speed and skills. And for most people, or for some people, skills would be even more important, because with skills you can do different tricks, you can try different terrain, and it would be a little more fun. Is that true?
Yeah, so you forgot one thing, is style.
Oh, style. Yeah, style is also very important. And even sometimes you do not have the skills yet, you don't have the speed yet, you can still show your style by not only the way you snowboarding, but also the way you dress. And that is how important equipment and costume are. And I
think one of the most important things.
Yeah, because in a certain sense, I believe snowboarding, we put it very simple, is that you stand on a board, you you fix yourself on a board, and then you start sliding. And that is only the very essence of it and very basic elements of it. But as you can see here, in the first section of the exhibition, we get to see that there are a lot of different elements here in the snowboarding run. So can you introduce a little bit, for example, for these ones, what are we talking about here? What are we looking at
So
here?
basically, this part is telling the story of Burton snowboarding and also the history of snowboarding. So the Burton started at 1977, and Jake made his first snowboard in his New York apartment. And then,
so it's almost a prototype. So it's really just the board. So to begin with, you started to have the idea that, yes, we can ski, we can use two really long pair of skiers and walk on ice, but there are more things perhaps we can do. Perhaps we can stand on this single board and start just, you know, sliding. Maybe if we fix ourselves on the board, we can do more. Perhaps we do not need the pole. I'm not sure. I'm only guessing, but I think that's the starting point of this idea. And then, of course, we started to have different gears. You realize that if you take a bag with you with all your equipment, you don't have to go home every day. You can just stay in the resort, and that would be the bag, that part.
You also carry everything like board and probably boots in your bag and for hiking,
So that is a rag. You call it a rag. Okay, so instead of a bag, we have more interesting names for it. And then you started to have an idea of how to fix yourself on the board. And that is the bindings. Yeah, so the bindings are invented around, let's say, 1991.
Probably here, probably here. No, it's going to be
1984.
Yeah, but we'll check right there.
If you guys have any questions like I am having here right now, you can certainly leave them in the comment area. So let's see if there are anything you want to say. Oh, we have Leah Catelli saying, good girl, thank you very much. Hello to Jeff, happy to have Jeff here. MD is here. 你好 is saying 祝大家身体健康平安. That's also very important when it comes to winter sports. I think safety is one of the major issues here. But one thing that I can feel, or like I am feeling right now, is that all these equipments, they are helping you to enjoy the sport safely and also to be a little more efficient, allowing you to do more tricks and more skills in different ways, in different styles.
And also stay warm and dry.
Stay warm and dry, very important. Okay, so here we are looking at all these different boards, if I'm right. So this is the first one?
Yeah, actually this is the first production board for Burton.
So what exactly is a production board?
Production board is just for selling and for just like a mass production.
Mass production. So in Chinese we say 量产. 量 is like in a volume, in a bunch. 产 is produced. So 第一款量产的雪板啊. This looks pretty nice already. It's 1979, much older than I am, but it's been preserved quite well. And I can see that we don't call it binding, right? It's just like a prototype of binding. It's not binding yet.
At that time it's more like I think it's a rubber strap or something.
So you wrap your shoes. On
Actually,
the board.
just put your shoes in there.
You would easily fall out of it.
Then you have to drag your boards with the
with a rope. That is something. Okay, so yeah, that's the first, let's say, first production board we get to see here. And then we move on to the next one, which looks a little bit different and with all these little holes on it. So what are they?
This hose is for fix the bindings. So this one has the I think the first design of bindings put it on the board. So yeah.
I know that because there are different styles in snowboarding. We have free ride. Free ride would be the one that you actually start enjoying snowboarding in outside area, in mountain backs, in the back of a hill.
Actually, but for free ride is like, I think the ultimate riding. You have to ride on the big mountain.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so in Chinese we call it 野雪. It's like wild, because you're out there in the wild. You don't really have to choose a, let's say, snowboarding resort. You can pick a mountain, a really high one, with snow on it, and if you are good enough, you get to start enjoying it. So we do not say it has no requirement for the terrain, because it has to be a really, like you said, a big mountain, but you don't really have to have the place adjusted to the level of a resort. it's kind of like the outside area. You're actually enjoying the nature. That'll be freestyle. Freestyle. That's
free riding.
Free riding. Thank you. Free riding. Because freestyle is the second one. I'm thinking about the second one. Freestyle is about the different tricks and skills.
Right. Riding in the park.
Riding in the park.
Right.
I heard that snowboarding has a lot to do with skateboarding.
Right. I think they share the same feeling, I guess.
To ride in, or let's say to enjoy riding instead of walking and running in a park, in urban areas, in perhaps a left out factory, in places that are no longer being used, but you can get together with your mates, share different tricks and compete a little bit. That's the idea. Right, and using the features to ride. Yeah. Yes, so that would be freestyle. Freestyle in Chinese we call it 自由式. 自由式. So 自由 would be free, and 式 is the choice or the style, the kind. So 自由式滑雪. And then we have the third one. Big mountain. Big mountain. Right. Sorry, old mountain. Old mountain. Old mountain. Old mountain. So 刻滑. No. Right. I think 刻滑includes in it. In it, right. Okay, so what is that one? Old mountain is just basically riding in resorts and in like groomed resorts or rails or something like that. Yeah. So is there a rank here? Which one is considered more skillful? Which one is considered, daredevil, adventurous? I don't think there's a rank, but there's no rank. Right, good. But I think most people are the old mountain riders. And then if you want to go like a little bit, because park riding is like a little bit harder, right? Harder than just riding. And then the ultimate riding is the free riding. Free riding. Yeah. So the reason I picked this spot to talk about these different styles or different, let's say, genre in snowboarding is because I heard that for these different styles actually requires different boards. All right. Yeah. So what is this one for? Or are we in the area? Are we in the time genre that they are started to separating these boards, or should we continue to move? I think we should continue. Okay. So as you can see, the development of the sport has a lot to do with the development of the equipment as well. Right. For different boarding, first you only try to stay on board as solid as possible. Right. We are not in the time when we started to separate different boards or different style yet, but we're moving on to perhaps a certain year so that different boards are adapted for different styles of snowboarding already. Yeah. So are we there yet? Not yet. But, but actually these boards are for like speed riding. Speed riding. Speed riding, yeah, like slalom riding. Ah. And when we go to this board, the time is 1993, and this board is inspired by the skateboard, so you can use this board for park riding. Ah, oh really? Yeah, because park riding is more like you have to get a twin shape board. The tail and nail are the same. And you can check this board. Ah, they're different. Yeah, the tail is like much longer than the nail. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's very interesting. Right. So, am I understanding it correctly? So, for park riding, you need to have a little bit more flexibility and maneuverability, and so more probably balance. A little bit more balance. Well, that's very interesting. So, let us know if you are a snowboarder, if you are a rider, and you have a certain type, you have a certain style. If you have any stories about snowboarding, let us know in the comment area, and I am checking it right now. I see many of you joining in already. Very happy to have you here. We have many friends whose name I do not know how to read. I'm pretty sure it's not English, but hello to you too. Hello to Sok, to Ayub saying thank you guys, and 送水节愉快. I'm not really sure what is 送水节, but Sok, is that your festival? Let us know more about your special festival. And hello to Yvonne. Happy to have you here. We have, another Jason. I think you guys share the same name. Jason Bauer saying, this is really interesting to learn about from where you're broadcasting in China. Actually, we are broadcasting on CRI Learn Chinese Facebook page, YouTube channel, and 英语环球广播. That's our domestic platform. And usually we would also have our website, that's China Plus. And in the future, perhaps you would be able to find CGTN or CGTN radio as well. That's us. You get to tune in to listen to very interesting audio product as well as videos and live streams as such. I think in the coming 3 months, we will be able to provide you with more winter sports related content. As for snowboarding, we know it is a discipline. It's one of the 15th discipline in the 2022 Winter Olympics here in Beijing. It will be held around the 4th of February. You would be able to enjoy all the beautiful and skillful and I would say splendid skills in winter sports, and snowboarding would be one of the, let's say, one of the very best ones to enjoy because you get to see a lot of different tricks. You get to see people do incredible things in the air. They can jump, they can glide, and they will do turns in air. And also, one thing for me personally is that they're going to have a lot of different beautiful boards and costumes. For example, this one. I think this looks familiar. It's got costume.
Right, custom.
So custom? I think I've seen this one in stores or something. Are we still using it?
Yeah. We still got this model, the custom.
Oh.
It's been like more than 20 years, and it is one of our flagship products.
Oh.
In line.
Okay, I like it very much, and there's a Chinese sentence here saying 一直被模仿，从未被超越. I think you guys should learn that sentence. So 一直 is always. 被 suggests that it's been. 模仿 is mimic. So people are trying to imitate this board, but 从未被超越. It's never been surpassed. No one has been better than this one. Well, at least yet. So this is a fun Chinese sentence, and perhaps you can use it to your friends saying that 我的中文一直被模仿，从未被超越. I've been learning Chinese and my way of learning it and my skill. You know, you guys are learning from me, but you're not quite there yet. Like that sentence, a funny one. And this one, I can see it is the first women's pro model. Oh, what's the story behind this?
Actually, before this year, there's no women's specific boards. So
women are playing the sports. They just don't have their specific boards.
Right. And this is the first year that Burton had the work with the writer Shannon to design the women's boards.
So what's the difference between a women's board and
there's so many things like the width of the board, and also the length, and also probably
it's relatively smaller,
right,
more flexible.
Because the shoe size is smaller, and also it's all about the weight.
It's called dolphin.
Right.
What a cute name.
Yeah, because they got a dolphin on the button right here.
Oh, I see. Here's a dolphin right here. And that is the name of the board, and we're calling it 海豚 in Chinese. 海豚 dolphin. Super cute. Dolphin. I like it when all the boards have their names, and it's not only the names of the creators. Sometimes they've got their own, let's say, a little, like a logo, like a mascot, like a inspiration to make the board. They got their own names. I think that is why snowboarding is not only a sport that is for world-class competitions, like in the Olympic Games, in some, for example, the US Open. There are, of course, top-notch athletes trying to do all the different tricks, trying to drop into the U-pipe, the half pipe, and go up to the air and do some airborne aerial tricks. But also for us, for people Joe Blocks on the streets, we would be able to enjoy it as well, in the sense that we're trying different styles and we learn from each other. So I was told that it's a highly sociable kind of sport. Is that true?
Yeah. So that's why we call it We Ride Together.
Oh yeah, we ride together because it has a really vital social function. And I think I've heard that for riders, they would go into the snow mountains, into different resorts, and they start riding. And after maybe a very intense morning, enjoying the sports, training themselves a little bit, they'd be able to go to the coffee house or the bar at the foot of the hill and started to chat with their friends or chat with acquaintance or new people that they didn't know of before and just start talking.
Right.
Ever happened to you? All the time.
Actually, I just got no time for a coffee. I just keep riding for the whole day.
Why? What's the attraction? How come you can just keep riding all the time, nonstop?
I thought that it was all about the feeling. Like when you're riding, you just get the feeling of freedom, and you ride more, and you ride in a big mountains of powder. You got that feeling so strong, like the free strong feeling.
I think one of the best ways to demonstrate that feelings would actually be this art installation I'm looking at right now. So allow me to. This is, like we said, an art or snowboarding culture related exhibition, which is why on top of the development, the history, the, let's say, knowledge that we're learning, well, they are knowledge. I'm just saying it's too fun to be called knowledge. That's what the air quote is for. But on top of all that, you would also see this exhibition teamed up with many very talented contemporary artists, and this is one of their art installation. This is called flow. So in Chinese, we have a word 心流. Xin is your heart, and liu is a flow. It means that when you're falling to the state where you're concentrating on one thing and one thing only, you're super focused, you're enjoying it so much, you forget about the outside world, and nothing else exists outside of you yourself and the matter, the sport, the skill, the things that you're doing. And this is called liu flow. I think it's talking about the sense when you are writing, when you are in the state of mind that you are focusing on moving your board a little bit, tilting a little bit, make the turn you want to make, have the rotation in the air that you want to do, and you're doing it perfectly. You're hitting every point that you want to hit, and then you're in the flow. And in Chinese, we call it 心流, remember? 心, heart. So your heart is pure. It's not thinking about anything else. It's not bothered by the outside world, by your day in, day out job, by the kid that you need to take care of, by the work that you haven't finished yet. That is the beauty of snowboarding, and that is why I promise you guys, after perhaps in this winter, I will try to learn snowboard myself because I want to go to that state. And I was also told that all these different steel bars are actually trying to mimic, to imitate the ice tubes, the ice that are surrounding you when you are enjoying this sports. I think it's also a really good place to take a few pictures, try to be cool, and perhaps post them to your Facebook page as well. So, as always, if you like the live stream, please like and share and comment as much as possible. We would be very happy if you can do that. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment area. Let's see what are some comments we have here. Oh, we have friends saying 一直被模仿，从未被超越. Precisely, that is the sentence I was talking about, and I'm glad you're learning it. Use it in your daily life. Your Chinese-speaking friends would be impressed. And we have Shahid saying good, thank you. Tarek saying 大家好, happy to have you here. If you're watching on CRI Learn Chinese Facebook page, YouTube channel, or 英语环球广播, no matter where you are, as long as you are leaving a comment, I will get to see them and shout out to you as much as possible, as soon as possible. So don't hesitate doing that. And Giovanni saying this is a new for me, a live stream while I'm on the roof building something. Take care of yourself. Safety, very important. Remember, stay safe. And if you're on the roof building something, just make sure you're holding onto it. Wrap yourself on the board like you wrap yourself on a snowboard. Just make sure you're safe and sound. I do not want to be the distraction. And for those of you who find it not as convenient to watch the live stream, you can always watch the play back, so do not worry about it. But thank you so much for your dedication. Thank you. And 你好你好 saying 牛牛老师精神财富 Oh, in Chinese we have the saying 精神食粮. So 粮, both the Chinese character 粮 and 食 carries the meaning of food. So your body needs food to be able to operate, to get the energy, the nutrition. So is your mind, so is your heart. So 精神食粮 in Chinese would be considered the knowledge you gain, the strength, the willpower, the mental strength, all these different things that are not tangible, yet they are important to our lives as well. And I'm very grateful that you're saying our live streams can be considered a 精神财富, so a treasure for mind, or 精神食粮, a food for your mind. And I think sports serves the same function. Not only is sports, especially winter sports, making your body stronger, it's also helping you to go to the state of mind that can make you feel super relaxed in a very pure way. And that is why for years snowboarding has been helping people enjoy their lives. And here we see a lot of different TVs. Hi, Jason, it's you here. Okay, so what are these different videos we're watching?
From here you can see very original snowboarding video footages from here. Like the very first design, you can see from here, and also the board production videos, riding videos. Checking here, you can see like the very original design from here, and also some like early snowboarding competition videos from here. Check right here.
So I read that snowboarding started popularizing around 1960s, 70s, and it gains its popularity among a lot of people in the 1980s. That's when a lot of major events started to, let's say, being held, and we have many companies, many people sponsoring these athletes, these very talented girls and boys, and they started to do different tricks, started to amaze the world by their style. So there, I guess these are from the 90s? Or 80s? 80s, right?
Yeah, you can see from here. It's the early years half pipe.
Oh,
it's like a mini half pipe.
Oh,
yeah, it's like a mini half pipe.
I don't think it's very good. I mean, he's much better than I am, but he's not really good. I see people using the, yeah, he's better. Well, not really. But I think the essence of half pipe is that you use the half pipe to start to glide, and there will be a lot of air time, right? You stay in air and started to turn and to, let's say, using the trajectory to give you the momentum you need so that you can do a lot of different moves in air. That's the essence. And for this one, I think, is that free ride, relatively speaking?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this is free ride.
Okay.
This is definitely free ride. And for this part, it's more like a freestyle.
Oh.
Yeah. This is freestyle.
Oh, that's freestyle. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see that.
You ride everything you want.
That's the roof of a corridor.
Right.
So in different parks, people are enjoying free ride because I think there's also the style of, we call it urban jibbing. Jibbing. Yeah, jibbing. That would mean that you are riding on things that you're not supposed to be riding on in a way.
A reckless style.
Yeah, reckless. But yes, that's also an interesting part. And I have this question because I don't think there is a really long history of snowboarding or any kind of winter sports, using winter sports as a recreational activity, as a way to have fun in China. We don't have really a long history of winter sports in China. And that is why I heard that for people who wanted to promote the sport of, for example, snowboarding, they would use skateboarding as a starting point because you don't really need snow to do skateboarding, and doing skateboarding tricks would help you to get a hand on snowboarding better. Is that true?
Yeah. I know some riders, like snowboarders, they training with skateboard during the summertime.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So during summertime, you can use your skateboard to play in the park with your friends, and during wintertime, you can get on your snowboard. join the same group of people perhaps and start having fun with the beautiful, a little bit cold, but definitely very interesting and nice snow. That is the idea.
And there's also another interesting story. Like, there's a Japanese rider. He also he competes for the skateboarding in the Tokyo Olympics, and also he's going to compete for the Beijing Winter Olympics.
Wow! See, that's super cool, and that is something I think is keeping the sports alive and vibrant. That is with this enthusiasm, with this, let's say, convenience actually in modern days. You get to play and have fun and do much, much more than before, than 40 years ago. And this exhibition is very informative. I think it's very interesting. And one thing we're looking at here is going to be a little more, let's say, towards fantasy life a little more, and also it can give you a little dizziness, because I experienced that, but it's also very magical. So let's get into the second art installation we're looking at, and it is called Pipe.
Ladies first. A favorite place, I guess.
Oh yeah, the pipe. It's glimmer and glamorous. It's very shiny, and when I look at that, I got a little bit dizzy, and that is actually the point. This one is called the pipe. Apparently, it's talking about the shake of the installation, but the idea is to mimic the state when you are riding and you are wrapped with the powder being the snow. So the little snowflakes are surrounding you, and when you're super fast and when you do certain tricks, when you're gliding down the hill, you are wrapped by the powder. And I think, again, it is trying to reach the state where you have no troubles in your mind and you're thinking about nothing but snowboarding itself. So yeah, let's take a look. In the meanwhile, let's see who's with us. I'm very happy to have you guys in the live stream. We are live streaming on CR I Learn Chinese Facebook page, YouTube channel, and 英语环球广播微博. And we are also live streaming on my personal Facebook page as well. That's Niuniu Chinese, NIU and IU Chinese. I see Jason saying it's literally cool. Is there a word in Chinese which means both cool and good? Like in English we use the word cool. Actually in Chinese we can use cool as well. So cool is already a Chinese character, a Chinese word that carries both meanings. If you use the Chinese character cool, it's precisely, exactly the English cool. So it's both interesting and fun and fashionable and a little bit let's say low temperature. You can talk about the temperature as well. And we have Tarek saying, 牛牛去了摩洛哥吗? No, I'm still in Beijing. This is a snowboarding exhibition. It's about the culture, the history, the development of snowboarding worldwide. And we are slipping in some information about snowboarding, not only the sports competition, but also the fun event we enjoy in our daily lives in the live stream. So if you're enjoying this, please let me know. And a nice dress from our friend, thank you very much. And we also have Small saying, teacher, wonderful to see you live again. Thank you very much. And we also have many friends watching from other platforms. I see on CRI Learn Chinese Facebook page, we are also live streaming and we are receiving a lot of interesting comments. Let's see if we have some let's see if we have some fun questions. We have Giovanni saying, that's gross, that pipe. I know, because you get a little bit dizzy, and I think the idea is if I turn my back on you, you can see I am standing in the pipe and I'm trying to glide. So this is the first person narration and you're trying, ooh, I got really dizzy. And you're standing or you are gliding downhill, and this is what you are looking at, what you see in that sense. And we have Sky saying hello to you too. Very happy to have you here. Giovanni saying, I love watching snowboarding. I'm just wondering whether he likes skateboarding too. I'm going to ask that question to Jason when I see him and we're in the pipe, and well, I'll ask the question for you. Don't worry about it. And Ismail saying, Teacher Niuniu, wonderful to see you live again. Thank you very much. Actually, after today, we're looking at another very interesting live stream next Tuesday. So make sure you tune in to see our I Learn Chinese Facebook page, YouTube channel, and 英语环球广播 Weibo next Tuesday, because we are bringing you very exclusive live stream showing you one of the Olympic Games venues here in Beijing. I'm pretty sure because of the pandemic, more and more people find it difficult or challenging to visit the venues in the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic Games. And yes, there will be stricter rules, there will be control and prevention for the pandemic, and all these are just to make sure that we're safe and sound, to make sure that people are not heavily affected by the pandemic. So we gotta be a little more understanding. But still, since you're not going to, perhaps not many of you are going to enjoy the Winter Games here in Beijing, we're going to take you to the venue and show you how developed and how interesting these venues are and will be. So don't miss our next live stream. And after the pipe, after the dizziness got a little bit better, you get to see that it is a very sociable activity, and that is why social factor is also important here. So I see there are a lot of interactive, very nice cards allowing people to let them know, or let the exhibition creators know. Curators would understand what are they thinking. So I see, so here we've got 谈谈本次你印象深刻的单板. So what is the board that you like the most? I'm not really sure what this one is, but I think it should be about a certain board. So this is a snowboard, and what else do we have? This is so funny. It's saying crazy, this video. It's so cool. I think it's talking about the videos showcasing different styles and different tricks. And this one is also very nice. We have 热情, passion, 自由, free, 豪放 would be bold. I would like to translate it as bold. 激情, enthusiasm, as well as 激情澎湃. So very enthusiastically enjoying this exhibition, the sport, the beautiful winter that we are about to embark on. So if you guys have anything you want me to say here, let me know in the comment area. I will leave something here. 今年冬天和他一起滑雪. Go enjoy snowboarding, enjoy skiing with your special someone. Okay, let me know if you have anything you want to say, you want me to put here. Let me know in the comment area, and after a while we can come back, circle back here, and to leave our precious comment in this beautiful exhibition. All right, let's continue to see what are waiting for us. Oh, this one's interesting. Hi. Okay, so Jason, tell me about this area. I think it's a studio workshop.
Right, it looks like an old studio. So we just restored the Jake's studio from this picture.
Yeah. So this is the founder of Burton.
Right.
Well, so he is very passionate about boarding. Snowboarding, and that perhaps is the reason that he started this brand and started to manufacture all these different kind of boards. So we're looking at I know in Chinese it's called 板心, so it's the heart of the board.
It's
the core, the center layer of the board.
Right. Very middle layer. So we just use this core, like wood core, to put inside the board, and layer by layer to make the board.
Okay, so actually, according to my research, yes, I did some research since I'm really no expert in it. There are different layers in the snowboard. We have the top sheet, we have the fiberglass,
right.
we have the core, again another fiberglass, and also the edges.
Right.
So they serve different function, and as you can see, for something as simple as a board you stand on to enjoy the sport, actually there's nothing simple about it. Every layer carries this technology and science, and you try to perfect it as much as possible, and you try to pick the very best material you can. And in the case of snowboarding, in the case of winter sports, there's one other very important factor, that is to be green, to be sustainable, to do minimal damage to the environment.
Also people.
Also people. So
right.
what is Burton doing in that sense?
Because we got 4 initial P words to describe the sustainability. The first one is the people.
People.
So we do no harm to people.
Meaning that keep them safe,
right.
sound,
using
dry.
safe chemicals.
Yes.
Right. And the second one is playground.
Playground.
Playground is the mountain. And we just save the environment.
That's
right.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
Playground is the mountain.
Right. So without the playground, we got nowhere to ride the snowboard. So we got to save the environment, and also reduce the emission of carbon dioxide, because it's making the climate warm. So we need snow. And we need our playground.
That is so true. Actually,
right.
I think in the snow sports industry, the motivation to keep the planet a better place, to keep the carbon dioxide down, carbon dioxide emission down, and to keep the global warming being, let's say, dealt with, is something. It has the strongest motivation, because like you said, we need the snow, we need the temperature
down.
We need it down.
Right.
It's a very, let's say, inward kind of motivation.
Right.
And yes, on top of major brands, including Burton, we see a lot of other brands, especially some domestic brands here in China, trying really hard, striving to work towards a more sustainable, a greener style of their operating, of, let's say, R&D, making sure new technologies are used into the manufacturing of all these different equipments.
Right.
All the different boards, the shoes, and the gears, making sure, like you said, we've covered 3 Ps already, 2 Ps already, making sure the 2 Ps are safe and sound. So what are the other 2 Ps?
The next one is products.
Products, for sure,
right.
yes.
So in so many outerwears, you have to get the function of waterproofing. So you have to use some chemicals that is really harm to the environment.
Yes.
Right. So just reduce those chemicals for
that's very nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also reduce that chemicals is also safe for the people wearing it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the 4th P?
4th P is the progress. You can check the progress, our environmental saving progress on our website to see where we are at. And we set a goal to 2022. So, and you can check the progress on our website.
All right. So safe for people, no harm to the playground. Make sure the products are not doing any harm to the environment, and also safe for the consumers, and also making progress in using sustainable materials, sustainable technology, living a greener life. And that is what we all should adopt, not only for snowboarding, not only for winter sports, but for every aspect of our lives.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so very interesting studio and all the different machines. Another really interesting place to pose for picture. I'm pretty sure you should not do that. You should do things like this, right?
Yeah.
Pretending that you're sawing. It's a board saw.
Right. It's a bandsaw. The machine called the bandsaw. Yeah.
It's a bandsaw.
For trimming the board.
When I think about saw, I only think about the horror movies.
All right.
I'll stay away from the saw. But yes, very. Yeah, I can totally see that being used to torture people. But yeah, that's not the idea. The idea is this is trying to a replica, kind of like, for the studio, trying to recreate what the studio was about, the first snowboarding manufacturing little workshop is about. And it's not that complicated from the outside, yet it should be a little bit more high-tech, a little bit better step by step. Making progress. We're making progress. And yes, these would be the very, let's say, trendy and fashionable boards here. We've got so many different boards.
Yeah. Actually, these boards are the modern boards.
Yeah, they look modern, and the patterns on it. Can you actually draw on it yourself if you want to?
Yeah, if you want, you can do it.
Will it harm the flexibility and the function of the boards?
No, right.
Well, that's...
Because for this board, it's so wide, so you can put like...
anything on it, any picture on it. Wow, okay. Right. So for these different gears, what are we looking at?
We're looking at the helmets, the goggles, bindings, and boots.
That's basically it, right?
Right.
So with the helmet, you're keeping your head protected, very important. And with the glasses, the goggles. Actually, I know that if you're playing winter sports, if it's snow and ice sports, you kind of need the goggles so that you don't turn blind.
Right.
Because you've been staring at the ice for so long. So for all these goggles, basically they are, I would say, sunglasses, sunshade kind of goggles. They'll give you a filter in your eyes or in front of your eyes, so you're not watching at the all white world.
Right.
And for the bindings, they would be able to connect you, actually your shoes and the board. And then we've got the shoes.
Right.
Can I try the helmet?
Yeah, of course. I got you the women helmets.
Okay, so that is a helmet.
Yeah. Do you also want to try the goggles?
Oh, yeah, sure, why not? All right, so let me try the helmet. I have no idea what I look. Okay, so that's the helmet. I think the helmet is a little bit soundproof. I cannot hear you guys quite clearly as before, but okay, so allow me to. Okay, this is me with the
goggles.
The goggles.
Hold it right here. No, hold the goggles.
Okay, hold the goggles.
Yeah, I'm going to put it this right here.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Give me a second. All right.
Okay, I have no idea. All right, so a little bit sporty already. See, that's the fun. Even though you are like me, myself, not knowing nothing about winter sports or at least not knowing anything about snowboarding, yet I can feel the fun, I can feel the joy, and also a little bit fashionable, a little more fashionable already with the gears on. Is it possible for me to try on the boards, the shoes and bindings and the boards as well?
Yeah.
I see some over there.
Yeah, I just got one set for you.
All right, so it's time for me to try the shoes and try the board. I'm pretty sure I will not be able to move after it. It's going to be my first time, and we're with this. Okay, so I'll put this. Thank you. Take this off first and try the shoes first, and then get the whole things on. So all right, let me do this.
Okay.
This is going to be very. Thank you very much. See, when I'm a little bit panicking, I turn to Chinese, but okay. So we cannot stress the importance of safety, especially when you're challenging not only yourself, but also you're putting yourself in a relatively less restrained area, that is the outside world, the wild, maybe not west, in China it's the wild north because there are more snow there, and you're in the wild and you want to make sure you're perfectly safe. And in that sense, you need to get your gears on right and well. And snowshoes is very tight, seriously, very tight, because it has to, it has to protect you as much as possible. I was told to do this to get them in.
Put it inside.
Yeah, get them inside, makes them very tight. And you can see it's already very convenient. What I have to do is...
Gotta push it first.
Oh, push it.
Yeah.
And then I am tightening it, and I can also push it.
Right.
Ah. Okay, so I would make sure the shoes are wrapping around my feet perfectly. Huh. This is strange. Okay, let me have the other one out. feel like I've got, thank you very much. I've got a very heavy and large feet, like the Bigfoot, the monster, or Yeti or something. Ooh, wow. Okay. Again, you need to make sure it's safe. So if you guys are, like me, a rookie, a virgin in snowboarding, you should do the same thing. Make sure you are supervised and guided properly by professionals telling you what to do. Make sure you tighten all the possible places, the buttons that you need. But I think it's really actually already very convenient. The design. Ooh. Okay, so it's very tight. And what we are looking at is a step-on kind of board. So the idea is you don't have to do extra things. You don't have to, I don't know, use a rope to strap yourself on it. You just step on it. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, I cannot. I can hardly stand up. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, I'm doing it. So you step.
Wait. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Safe and sound.
Yeah. I'm stepping on it. Oh, I am stepping on it. Okay, yay! So this is literally my first time standing on a snowboard. I'm not really sure. Is this the one for women or?
Yeah, this is exactly for women.
Then I have to say I am a short girl because I feel like my legs are spreading in an angle that I find it a little bit hard to keep standing straight. I'm pretty sure when you are gliding, well, that's another thing for snowboarding compared to skiing. That is when you're skiing, it's a little bit like you're walking.
Right.
You are moving in the direction with the right direction forward. When you're using a snowboard, when you're snowboarding, actually you're standing on the side.
Right, standing sideways.
Yes, so standing sideways so that you would turn a little bit and move to that direction, to the side direction. And that requires strength in your body. I'm not snowboarding, as you can see. I'm only standing on it, and it requires a little bit strength already. I think we can walk, right?
Yeah,
with snowboarding,
if you want, you can just put the weight on one foot. Oh, you want to take it out, right? Okay, let's go forward. Yeah.
Wow.
Let's go. Yeah.
Okay, and so if you want to walk, you can actually walk. Okay. Is this how you walk on a mountain, or do you actually put both foot out of the board and carry the board?
Normally, you can just carry the board.
Carry the board.
Right, but when you're downhill, you can just walk like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, so instead of snowboarding, I'm apparently snow walking. I know it's a little bit awkward, but it's already as much as I can do. And let me try. Woo! Seriously, it's much more convenient than I expected. And let me have the helmet on. Ooh. Ooh. I look strange. It's like I have 2 left feet. Okay, so that is me, my first snowboarding experience. And I would put myself back on the board. Oh, sorry. Thank you very much.
Left foot first. Nope, a little bit backward. A little bit backward.
A little bit backward?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, there I go. Okay, so that is my first snowboarding experience without a snow. If you find this interesting, if you think this is a fun sport you want to try, you can go to different resorts. Like we said in previous episodes of this series of the winter sports special live streams, in this beautiful winter, we are about to encounter this white romantic journey and make sure that for those of you who actually are in love with winter sports, yet you don't know yet, you get to know in these special series of live streams, videos, about the 2022 Winter Olympic Games. On the 4th of February, we will be able to appreciate all these skillful athletes do their marvelous moves on snow and ice, and hopefully you guys would be able to enjoy it. And if you actually live in China, you would find renting equipment, no matter if you're renting a pair of skis or these kind of shoes or a snowboard, as well as the helmet and the goggles, quite easy in the snow mountain resorts. That is how easy and convenient it is for you to enjoy this beautiful winter with me together. Okay, before we conclude today's live stream, let's answer several questions if you guys have or comments. We have and Morty saying hi. Please, good morning. Happy to have you here. And we have Jason saying, it's wonderful that China's hosting the Olympics again. I hope the event helps facilitate peaceful and neighborly reasons between all countries. That is the shared goal. Like in snowboarding, we ride together. In the international community, China has always been a sound supporter of we should enjoy the world together. We should build a community with a shared future. So yes, thank you very much. I share that comment, and Giovanni saying, Niuniu, they are nice pants you're wearing. The legs are in different colors. Yeah, I picked this very hip style so that I can be hip with snowboarding together. Thank you guys so very much for spending this lovely 1 hour with us again. Hopefully after today you would have a better idea about snowboarding and skiing, and perhaps if this would make you want to try winter sports, if this makes you want to enjoy the 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing, I'd be more than pleasant. And thank you guys so much. Special thanks to our guest, Jason here. Thank you. Thank you for being with us. Thank you. This lovely 1 hour. Thank you for all the information. And thank you guys. We'll see you next live stream. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.